Unity, unity, unity. Community, community, community. Family, family, family. Peace, 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 peace. Love, 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 love. Unity, 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 unity. Community, 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 community. Family, 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 family. What's up, y'all? Today is December 22nd, 2024. It is 5:16 a.m. So yesterday, I was with a friend. He is from India. His name's B. And he showed me this dog park. He's walking his dogs. I was walking with him. I was walking with the dogs. And lo and behold, I found me a book, y'all. And this book is called What Money Can't Buy: The Moral Limits of Markets by Michael J. Sandel. You know, random page. Random page, random chapter. New book. Let's go. So, chapter 2, cash for sterilization. Each year, hundreds of thousands of babies are born to drug addict mothers. Some of these babies are born addict to drugs, and a great many of them will suffer child abuse or neglect. Barbara Harris, the founder of a North Carolina-based charity called Project Prevention, has a market-based solution. Offer drug addiction women $300 cash if they will undergo sterilization or long-term birth control. More than 3,000 women have taken her up on her offer since her launch in the program in 1997. Critics call the project morally reprehensive. I gotta turn this down, that's too loud. There we go. A bribe for sterilization. They argue that offering drug addicts a financial inducement to give up their reproductive capacity amounts to coercion, especially since the program targets vulnerable women in poor neighborhoods. Rather than help the recipients overcome their addiction. Critics complain the money subsidized it. As one promotional flyer for the program states, "Don't let your pregnancy ruin your drug habit." Wow. Harris concedes that, more often than not, her clients use the cash to buy more drugs. but she believes this is a small price to pay to prevent children from being born with drug addictions. Some of the women who accept the cash for sterilization have been pregnant a dozen times or more. Wow. Many already have multiple children in foster care. What makes a woman's right to procreate more important than the right of a child to have a normal life? Harris asked. She speaks from experience. She and her husband adopted four children who were born to crack addicted women in Los Angeles. I will do anything I have to do to prevent babies from suffering. I don't believe that anybody has the right to force their addiction on another human being. In 2010, Harris took over the incentive scheme to Britain, where the idea for cash for sterilization met strong opposition in the press. An article in the Telegraph called Creepy Proposal, and from the British Medical Association. Undaunted, Harris has explained to Bless You, Kenya, where she has where she pays HIV positive women $40 to be fitted with intrauterine devices, a form of long-term contraception in Kenya and in South Africa, where Harris plans to go next. Health officials and human rights proponents have voiced outrage and opposition. From the standpoint of marketing reasons, it's not clear why the program should provoke outrage, though some critics said reminds them of Nazi eugenics. The cash for sterilization program is a voluntary agreement between private parties. The state is not involved, and no one is sterilized against her will. Some argue that drug addicts desperate for money are not capable of making a truly voluntary choice when offered their easy cash. But if their judgment is that severely impaired, Harris replies, how can they possibly be expected to make sensible decisions about bearing and raising children? Excuse me. Reviewed as a market transaction, the deal produces gains for both parties and increases social utility. The addicts get $300 in exchange for giving up her ability to have children. For $300, Harris and her organization received the assurance that the addict would not produce any more drug addict babies in the future. According to standard market logic, the exchange is economically efficient. It allocates the good, in this case, control of the addict's reproductive capacity, to the person Harris, who is willing to pay the most for it and who is therefore presumed to value it most highly. So while the fuss for two reasons, which together shed light on the moral limits of marketing reason, some criticize the cash for sterilization deal as this is crazy. Some criticize the cash for sterilization deal as corrosive. Others call it barbering. These are actually different objections. Each points to a different reason to resist the reach of marketing to places where they don't belong. Make sure y'all drink y'all water out there, your teas. Ooh, fresh apple juice. Thank you, baby. You know, shout out to Beyond's Life. She be doing her thing, getting me right. Coercion. The coercion objection worries that when a drug addict wow. The coercion objection warns that when a drug addict woman agrees to be sterilized for money, she is not acting freely. Although no one is holding a gun to her head, the financial inducement may be too tempted to resist. Given her addiction and, in most cases, her poverty, her choice to be sterilized for $300 may not really be free. She might be coerced, in effect, by the necessity of her situation. Of course, people disagree about what inducements, under what circumstances about amount to coercion. So, in order to assess the moral status of any market transaction, we have to ask a prior question: under what condition do market relations reflect freedom of choice, and under what condition do they exert a kind of coercion? The bribery objection is different. It's not about the conditions under which a deal is made, but 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 about the nature of good being bought and sold, considered a standard of bribery. If a unscrupulous character bribes a judgment or government official to gain a a iliac, I'm sorry, I said iliac, illicit benefit or favor, the nefarious transaction may be entirely behavior, not judged it, telling us what norms should govern this or that activity, or how we should value this or that good is not. They insist what they do. The price system allocates goods according to people's preference. It doesn't assess that those preferences as worthy or admirable or appropriate to the circumstance. But despite their protestant protestations, economists increasingly find themselves entangled in the moral question. This is happening for two reasons. One reflects a change in their world, the other a change in the way economists understand their subject. In recent decades, markets and market-oriented thinking have reached into spheres of life traditionally governed by non-market norms. More and more, we are putting a price on non-economic goods. Harris said $300 offer is an instance of this trend. At the same time, economists have been recasting their discipline, making it more abstract and more ambitious. In the past, economists dealt with allowed economic topics: inflation and unemployment, savings and investment, interest rate and foreign trade. They explained how countries became wealthy and how the price system aligns supply and demand for pork belly futures and other market goods. Recently, however, many economists have set themselves a more ambitious project. What economics what economics offers, they argue, is not merely a set of insights, but that excuse me, insights about the production and consumption of material goods, but also a science of human behavior. At the heart of this science is a simple but sweeping idea. In all domains of life, human behavior can be explained by assuming that people decide what to do by weighing the costs and benefits of the options before them, and choosing the only choosing the one they believe will give them the greatest welfare of utility. If this idea is right, then everything has its price. The price may be explicit, as with cars and toasters and pork bellies, or it may be implicit, as with sex, marriage, children, education, criminal activity, racial discrimination, political participation, environmental protection, even human life. Whether or not we are aware of it, the law of supply and demand governs the provision of all things. The most influential statement of this view is offered by Gary Becker, economist of the University of Chicago. The economic approach to human behavior is 1976. He rejects the old-fashioned notion that economics is the study of the allocation of material goods. The persistence of the traditional view is due, he speculates, to a reluctance to submit certain kind of human behavior to the frigid calculus of economics. Becker says to wean us from the wean us from that reluctancy. So if y'all just tapping in with me, I just say what's up, y'all. Peace to y'all. I'm reading What Money Can't Buy: The Moral Limits of the Market. So that's my first read of the day. Okay, 12, 2, 2, 2, 4. I'm going to do another read here. Make sure y'all drink our water, your teas. Do y'all got any books? Do y'all read any books? Any books y'all want me to read? Just taking a little break, first day of the week. Anybody got any book for me to read? Thank you for them hearts. Make sure y'all go out here and like the video, heart the video up. We're going from 1 share to 10 shares, 10 shares to 100 shares, 100 shares to 1,000 shares, 1,000 shares to 10,000 shares, 10,000 shares to 100,000 shares. Y'all know the rest, y'all. 100,000 shares to 1,000,000 shares. And it all starts with you. So this is Miles Monroe, Living with Purpose. It states, your available resources spiritual. Man does not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God. Matthew 4:4. There are 5 types of resources you must understand and control if you are going to become a successful person: spiritual, physical, material, the soul, and time. Spiritual resources. First, God has given you the spiritual resources because God created you in His own image. He gave you the ability to tap into Him. Spiritual food is available to you in a variety of forms. First and foremost, you must feed your spirit with the Word of God. Blessed rather are those who hear the Word of God and obey it. Luke 11:28. Stay in a good place where they teach the Word of God. Keep staying there until you get what they are feeding you. You may fall as you learn to walk according to the Spirit, but that's okay. Just pick yourself up and try again. As long as you are feeding yourself spiritual food, you are growing, changing, and getting stronger. You may not see what growth, but what's happening whether you see it or not. The gifts of the Spirit are also resources to feed you. Not to each one of the manifestation of the Spirit is given for common good. 1 Corinthians 12:7. These resources include the word of wisdom, the word of knowledge, faith, miracles, healings, tongues, interpretations of the tongues, and prophecy. God gave these wonderful gifts to build up the church. If you accepted Jesus as your Lord and Savior, they are available to you. God also provides his armor to protect you. Ephesians 6:13 through 18. Truth, righteousness, peace, faith, salvation, prayer. What wealth? Add to fasting, giving, forgiving. If your spirit and God's spirit are in touch, each is yours to use. They can make the difference between a good day and a bad day, between a dismal life and a successful life. Your circumstances may not change as quickly as you like, but I guarantee you that your attitudes will. Your available resources, physical and material. Then God said, I will give you every seed bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be yours for food. Just gotta pause right quick. Make sure y'all eat seeded food, y'all. This is a time that we gotta detox our bodies. Right there. Detox our bodies. Detox our mind. Detox our souls. Clean yourself up. And I'm talking to myself. No, I don't drink. No, I don't smoke. No, I don't eat meat. Yes, I do drink fresh juice, waters, teas, but I still gotta clean myself up. I still got my ways. I love. I'm at peace. I'm strong. And just because I'm them things, don't mean I don't have to clean myself up. It's a daily process, y'all. It's a daily process. Yes, I pray. Yes, I fast. It's a daily process. Do I pray every day? No. And that's okay, because again, it's a daily process. So again, make sure y'all eat foods with seeds in it. It's time to get cleaned up, y'all. We will continue to study the 5 types of resources. You must understand and control if you are going to become a successful person. Spiritual, physical, material, the soul, and time. Physical resources. God's provision includes physical resources. When God created you, he created your spirit and put it into your body. Because of God's gift of life, the wonderful physical machine can breathe, move, eat, and heal itself. Many of the pleasures you enjoy in life are yours because God took the dust off the ground and fashioned your body. You can see the beauty of flowers, a sunset, or a rainbow. You can taste the sweetness of honey or fruit fresh from the tree. You can feel the love of your children as their little arms encircle your neck and your ears hear those sweetest of words. I love you, mommy. I love you, daddy. As wondrous as your body is, you may not use it however you desire. Choose carefully the kind of food you give your body. Wow. Be aware that your body is for food and your food is for your body. Any of God's resources, improper care, and inappropriate attitudes towards your body can result in misuse and abuse. Everything is permissible for me, but not everything is beneficial. Everything is permissible for me, but I will not be mastered by anything. Food for the stomach and the stomach for the food. But God will destroy them both. The body is not meant for sexual immorality, but for the Lord, and the Lord for the body. Do you know your bodies are members of Christ Himself? 1 Corinthians 6:12, 13, and 15. Material resources. The third kind of resource God has given you is material resources. God's conversation with Adam in the Garden of Eden shows that God provided well for Adam's needs. Genesis 1 also reveals that God also provided gold, aromatic, rinsing, onyx, and a river for watering the earth. Indeed, the vast geological and geographical resources of this earth are all part of God's precious provision of your life. Your available resources, soul, and time. What good it will be for a man if he gains the whole world, yet forfeits his soul? Or what can a man give in exchange for his soul? Matthew 16:26. We are studying the 5 types of resources you must understand and control if you are going to become a successful person: spiritual, physical, material, the soul, and time. The resources of the soul. You are a spirit and you have a soul. The assistance you receive from your mind, your will, and your feelings are the resources of the soul that God has given you. Think what life would be like without these resources. They are the primary means by which you express who you are. Your spirit depends on your soul, and does your body. The scriptures recognize the importance of your soul. Dear friends, I urge you as aliens and strangers in the world to abstain from sinful desires which war against your soul. 1 Peter 2:11. Jesus came after the soul because the spirit is easy. It is though your will, your feelings, and your mind that Satan seeks to attack you. If you guard your soul, your spirit and your body will be well. The condition depends on your state of your soul. This is clearly revealed in the Bible. For as a man thinketh in his heart. So he is. Proverbs 23:7, King James Version. Belief takes place in the spirit, but thinking takes place in the soul. You can believe one thing and think something completely different. What you think is what you become, not what you believe. That's why Jesus came preaching repentance. He knew that our thoughts influence us more than our beliefs. The resources of your soul is not available to you unless you allow God to transform your mind. The resources of time. Time is a temporary interruption in eternity. Dang, that's fire. Time is a temporary interruption in eternity. Let me say it one more time. That was tough. Time is a temporary interruption in eternity. It is a commodity that can be neither bought nor sold. The only thing you can do with time is use it. If you don't use it, you lose it. The Apostle Paul encouraged members of the early church to redeem the time. Ephesians 5:16, or make the most of every opportunity. The only time you have is now. Get busy, use it wisely. Say, God, I am going to use every minute of my day constructively, effectively, efficiently. Time is God's gift, one of his precious resources. Refuse to be one of those who waste time and then complain because they don't have enough time. Make the hours of your day count. Oh, shoot. Sorry. That was coming from Living with Purpose, Miles Monroe. Now, I'm going to take my water break. Make sure y'all drink our water out there. Go ahead and share this video for me. Go to YouTube, Tru Hicks. That's my YouTube page. Go and support that as well. Go ahead and support my wife, Dion's life. She's crushing it, y'all. I'm proud of her. She should be proud of herself as well. She's doing numbers, so I gotta catch up. So I'm going from 1 share to 10 shares, 10 shares to 100 shares, 100 shares to 1,000 shares. I still gotta catch up, right? 1,000 shares to 10,000 shares, 10,000 shares to 100,000 shares, and from there, y'all know the rest. 1 million shares, and it all starts with you. So thank y'all. The next book I'm gonna be reading is, I got this book I think a couple weeks now. It's called The Mid-Range Theory, a comprehensive history of basketball mid-range shot with exclusive workouts by Marvin Taylor. He is on Amazon, so go ahead and check Amazon out and purchase his book. I paid for it in person because I met him 2 weeks ago, maybe it was last week. So I appreciated Marvin Taylor for giving me this book in my hands. Since I already read your book, I'm gonna do a random page, random chapter. Peace, 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 peace. The dynamics of larger teams. As we move into larger teams formats like 3-on-3 and 4-on-4, the game of basketball introduces more variables into play. With more players on the court, the strategies around the mid-range become more nuanced and more critical. The mid-range game, with its versatility and strategic depth, offers unique opportunities for teams to exploit spaces, create mismatches, and maintain offensive fluidity. The mid-range in 3-on-3 basketball. In 3-on-3 basketball, the game pace quickens and the importance of each possession magnifies. The smaller team format while still offering more complexity than 2-on-2, allows for a clearer application of mid-range strategies due to the additional space and fewer bodies on the court. Here, the mid-range game becomes a crucial asset, providing teams with a balanced offense approach that can adapt to various defense setups, leveraging space and pace. The key to success in 3-on-3 lies in effectively utilizing the available space, and the mid-range area serves as a critical zone for doing just that. With more room to maneuver compared to traditional 5-on-5 play, players can use the mid-range to do the following: create scoring opportunities. By operating in the mid-range, players can pull defenders away from the basket, opening up driving lanes and facilitating clearer passing angles. Control game tempo. The mid-range game allows teams to vary their offense pace, mixing quick drives with slower, more deliberate mid-range setups to keep opponents off balance. Off-ball movement and screening. In 3-on-3, off-ball movement is paramount. Players without the balls must constantly seek to create advantages through strategic movement. Effective screening, setting screens in the mid-range can free up shooters and create confusion among defenders. Understanding how to set and use screens effectively can lead to easy mid-range jumpers or open lanes to the basket. cutting and spacing. Excuse me. Well-timed cuts to the basket. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. I couldn't look right there. What? Well-timed cuts to basket, coupled with smart spacing, ensure that the mid-range area is optimally used, providing both scoring opportunities and passing options for teammates. Transition play. The fast-paced nature of 3-on-3 basketball means that transitions from defense to offense and vice versa happens quickly. Players adept in the mid-range can quickly switch gears, utilize mid-range proficiency to capitalize on fast break opportunities, pulling up for uncontested jumpers, when defense are unsettled. Defense positioning. Use the mid-range areas as staging grounds for defense setups, ready to contest shots or cut off passing lanes as play moves back and forth. Developing a mid-range mindset. To excel in 3-on-3 play through the mid-range, players must cultivate a certain mindset. Shot readiness, always be prepared to take the mid-range shot when the opportunity arises. Keeping defenses honest and stretch. Adaptability, be ready to adjust based off the defense approach, whether that means taking a shot, driving, or finding an open teammate. Mid-range mastery on 3-on-3. The mid-range game in 3-on-3 basketball offers a blend of strategic depth and versatility, making it a powerful tool in a team offense arsenal. By mastering mid-range techniques and adopting a mindset that values space, movement, and adaptability, teams can elevate their 3-on-3 play, turning the mid-range area into a zone of opportunity and success. Half court, 4-on-4. Tools for the mid-range assassin. In the half court 4-on-4 basketball game, the mid-range area becomes a critical zone for scoring, offering a variety of options for players to explore. The added players on the court compared to 3-on-3 necessary a more intricate understanding of spacing, timing, and teamwork. Here are several ways players can effectively score from the mid-range in the setup. Utilizing screens to create openings. Double screens. Players can set up double screens for a teammate, creating confusion among defenders and opening a clear mid-range shot. This requires precise timing and coordination, but can highly effectively and disorient the defense. Off-ball screens. Setting screens away from the ball can free up teammates for mid-range opportunities. The screener can then slip to open space, ready for a pass and shot, capitalizing on the defense focus on the ball handler. Exploring the pick and roll and pick and pop. Diversified pick and roll. In 4-on-4, the pick and roll can be executed with various players, creating diverse scoring opportunities. The roller can opt for a quick mid-range jumper if the path to the basketball is congested. Extended pick and pop. The pick and pop in a 4-on-4 setting can extend to the mid-range, where the screener pops out to the area for a reliable shot. This play benefits from the extra space provided by the half-court setting, giving the shooter more room to operate. Isolation plays and jab steps. Isolation tactics, skill, and mid-range players can explore one-on-one matchups through isolation play. Using jab steps and fakes, a player can create through separation from the defender to get off a clean mid-range shot. Pull-up jumpers in transition. Even if a half-court setting, quick changes from defense to offense can create scoring opportunities. A player can use a fast break to drive towards the basket and then pull up for a mid-range jumper before the defense fully set up. Smart cutting. Moving without the ball is crucial. Players can make sharp cuts to the mid-range area, receiving a pass for a quick shot before the defenders can close out. High-low passing. Utilize a player near the post to pass to teammates cutting into the mid-range area can be an effective strategy. This high-low dynamic can displace defenders and create open looks. Rebounding and scoring and second chance points. Offensive rebounds. Players positioned in the mid-range can capitalize on offensive rebounds for the second chance points. Following a missed shot, the mid-range area often offers opportunities for putbacks and short jumpers. Driving and kicking. Penetrate and kick. Players driving from the perimeter can attack multiple defenders, then kick the ball out of the teammate position in the mid-range. This driving kick strategy levers the defense tendency to collapse on the drive, leaving the mid-range shooters open. In a 4-on-4 half-court game, the mid-range area offense offers a strategic blend of scoring options that can be tailored to a team's strengths and defense weaknesses. The mastery of the mid-range techniques combined with a smart movement and teamwork can unlock a plethora of scoring opportunities, making the mid-range game a formidable weapon in any team's offense arsenal. 12:22. And this is the book, The Mid-Range Theory by Marvin Taylor. I appreciate you for allowing me to purchase this book. I think it was last week. Now, I'm going to go into my minute break. Make sure y'all drink your juice. Pure squeezed apple juice. Shout out to my baby, Dion's Life on YouTube. She's crushing it, y'all. She's providing me with fresh juice every day, fresh water every day. I don't have my tea, but I drink tea as well. I'm good for tea right now. If I got any books out there y'all want me to read, please drop them in the comments. Go and share this video. Make sure this video get 1 million shares. And it starts with you. And I'm gonna get into this next book in 1 second. I will be coming from the Holy Quran, an English translation and commentary, the Milani Muhammad Ali version. Okay. Christian nations, section 12. Excuse me. Do those who disbelieve think excuse me. Do those who disbelieve think that they can make my servants to be friends besides me? Surely we have prepared a hell as an entertainment for the disbelievers. Say, shall we inform you who are the greatest losers in respect of deeds? Those whose effort goes astray in this world life, and they think they are making good manufacturers. Those are they who disbelieve in the messengers of their Lord and meeting up with Him, so their works are in vain. Nor shall we set up a balance for them on the day of resurrection. That is their reward, hell, because they disbelieve and held my messages and my messengers in mockery. And as for those who believe and do good deeds, for them are the gardens of paradise, a entertainment. To abide therein, they will not desire removal therefrom. Say, if the sea were inked for the words of my Lord, the sea would surely be exhausted before the words of my Lord were exhausted. Though we brought the to like of it to add thereto. Say, I am only a mortal like you. It is revealed to me that your God is one God. So whoever hopes to meet his Lord, he should do good deeds and join no one in the service of his Lord. Okay. Chapter 15. The Rock. Section 1. The Quran is guarded. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Allah, and the Seer. These are the verses of the book and of a Quran that makes manifest. Often will those who disbelieve wish that they were Muslims. Leave them to eat and enjoy themselves, and let false hope beguile them, for they will soon know. And never did we destroy a town, but it had a decree made known. No people can hasten on their doom, nor can they postpone it. And they say, O thou to whom the reminder is revealed, thou art indeed mad. Why bringest thou not the angels to us, if thou art of the truthful? We send not angels, but with truth, and they would not be responded. Surely we have revealed the reminder, and surely we are its guardian, and certainly we sent messengers before thee among the sects of yore. And there never came a messenger to them, but they mocked him. Thus do we make it enter the hearts of the guilty. They believe not in it. And the example of the ancients of has gone before. And even if we open to them a gate of heaven, and they keep on extended into it, they will say, only our eyes have been prepared, cover over, rather we are enchanted people. Section 2. Forces of evil will be destroyed. And certainly we have made strongholds in the heaven, and we have made it fair seeming to the beholders. And we guard it against every accused devil. But he who steals a hearing, so there follows him a visible flame. And the earth we have spread it out and made in it firm mountains, and caused to grow in it of every suitable thing. And we have made in it means of sustenance for you, and for him for whom you provide not. And there is not a thing, but with us are the treasures of it. And we send it not down, but in the known measures. And we send the winds fertilizing, then send down a water from the clouds. So we give it to you to drink. Nor is it you to who store it up. And surely it is we who give life and cause death. We are the inheritors. And certainly we know those among you who go forward, and we surely know those who lag behind. And surely the Lord will gather them together. He indeed is wise, knowing. Section 3. The devil opposition to the righteousness. And surely we created man of sounding clay, of black mud fashioned into shape, and the jinn we created before intensely hot fire. And when the Lord said to the angels, I am going to create a mortal of sounding clay, of black mud fashioned into shape. So when I have made him complete, and breath into him of my spirit, fall down, making obstinate obedience to him. So the angels made obedience, all of them together, but Iblis did not. He refused to be with those who made obedience. He said, O Iblis, what is the reason that thou art not with those who make obedience? He said, I'm not going to make obedience to a mortal, whom thou hast created as sounding clay, of black mud fashioned into shape. He said, then go forth, for surely thou art driven away, and surely on thee is a curse to the day of judgment. He said, my Lord, respite me to that time when they are raised. He said, surely thou art of the respited ones, to the period of time made known. He said, my Lord, as thou hast judged me, Erin, Erring, I shall certainly make evil fair seeming to them on earth, and I shall cause them all to deviate, except thy servants from among them, the purified ones. He said, this is right way with me. As regards my servants, thou hast no authority over them except such of the deviators as follow thee. And surely hell is the promised place for them all. It has 7 gates. For each gate is an appointed portion of them. If I just checking in, tapping in, I am reading the Holy Quran with the English translation and commentary. Earlier, I read Living with Purpose by Miles Monroe and The Mid-Range Theory by Marvin Taylor. You can get all, and I read What Money Can Buy by Michael Sandel. So this book, that's one. I read that. And now I am reading the Holy Quran with English translation, with commentary, the Malani Muhammad. Ali. Section 4. Oh yeah, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, share button. We're going from 1 share to 1,000,000 shares. You know it starts with you. Let's get back into this. Drink your teas, your waters. Subscribe to Theon's Life on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube as well, Tru Hicks. Let's go. Mercy, section 4. Mercy for the righteous. Mercy for the righteousness. Abraham. Surely those who keep their duty and in gardens and fountains are in garden. I'm sorry. Surely those who keep their duty are in gardens and fountains. Enter them in peace, secure, and we shall root out whatever of rancor is in their beasts. As brethren, on raised couches, face to face, toil, afflictions, them not therein, no will they be injected therefrom. Inform my servants that I am forgiven, the merciful, and that my chastisement, that is the painful chastisement, and inform them of the guest of Abraham. When they entered upon him, they said, Peace. He said, We are afraid of you. They said, Be not afraid. We give good news of a boy, possessing knowledge. He said, Do you give me good news when old age has come upon me? Of what then do you give me good news? They said, We give thee good news with truth, so be not thou of the despairing ones. He said, And who despairs of the mercy of his Lord, but the erring ones? He said, What is your business then, O messengers? They said, We have been sent to a guilty people, except Lot's followers. We shall deliver them all, except his wife. We ordain that she shall surely be of those who remain behind. I was going to stop right there, but I just want to finish that out. Okay. We good? Yeah. Okay. Section 5. Lot and Shuab. SHU apostrophe AIB. My apologies if I mispronounced that. So when the messengers came to Lot's followers, he said, Surely you are unknown people. They said, Nay, we have come to thee with that about which they disputed. And we have come to thee with a truth, and we are surely truthful. So travel with thy followers for a part of the night, and thyself follow their rear. And let not any one of you turn around and go whither you are commanded. And we made known to him this decree, that the roots of these should be cut off in the morning. And the people of town came rejoicing. He said, These are my guests, so disgrace me not, and keep your duty to Allah, and shame me not. They said, Do not forbid thee from entertaining people. He said, These are my daughters. If you will do aught by thy life, they blindly wander on their frenzy. So their cry overtook them at sunrise. Thus we turned it upside down and rained upon them hard stones. Surely in this are signs of those who are take a lesson, and it is on a road that still abides. Verily therein is a sign for the believers, and the dwellers of the grove were indeed iniquitous. So we inflicted retribution in them, and they are both on an open high road. Well, that's everything, y'all. Again, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, subscribing to the channel, hearting it, liking it, um, commenting. So if I got any books that want me to read, uh, feel free to inbox me on Facebook, Joshua D. Hicks on Facebook, on YouTube, I'm Tru Hicks, TRU Hicks, HICKS. Also, go to my wife YouTube channel. She's crushing it. I gotta catch up, y'all. She's on numbers. I'm slowly moving up, day by day. I'll probably get one new subscriber a day, but she get like 10 a day, maybe 20. I don't know, but I know I'm gonna catch up to her. So until the next time, y'all. Peace, love, unity, community, family. Peace, 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 peace.